Thank you for joining me once again. This is Gracey209 coming back at you with an updated live stream for the cryptocurrency markets. So we are having another correction, not to fear, because Bitcoin is holding at $56,000. We did have a correction for Bitcoin down to 55.6 to 55.7. I think this is really healthy because outlaying how the previous price actions went for chart movements, Bitcoin having a retracement in price should ensure that we will be making our way back up to the $57,000 up to $58,000 for Bitcoin. It was a really interesting night last night for Dogecoin, as we did hit, I believe it was 6.66 cents. We were trading in that region before having a correction back down to where we are currently trading at 0.598 up to 6 cents even. It's very exciting to see that Dogecoin is making its way forward, holding these price levels at a higher price value than it was trading. So 0.598 cents for Dogecoin, 6 cents will be the hopeful support level that we should be making. So I'm pretty sure that we will hold 0.6 cents up to 0.62 cents and should be trading up to 0.65, as we were pushing through almost 7 cents last night. It should not be too hard for Dogecoin to recapture that price value. We do have Crypto.com actually listing Dogecoin now, so that will help to push up the price of Dogecoin, as a lot more people will be exposed to it. We are still waiting for Coinbase to add Dogecoin onto their platform as well. So I believe once Coinbase adds it on, I think it's going to go really far, as Dogecoin has a lot of potential. I think that the adoption is just beginning for people learning about cryptocurrency, and especially Dogecoin, because not only for its lower price value and just easier overall to purchase, but just the usability of it, being able to send it peer-to-peer faster than you can send money through banking systems. So cryptocurrency will definitely have a lot of room for growth from this current moment, and Dogecoin will be one of the main catalysts in supporting that market cap for cryptocurrency. As we are still pushing $2 trillion for the market cap of cryptocurrency, I did make a tweet saying once we make it in excess of $10 trillion for the crypto market cap, it's going to be getting even more interesting then, because cryptocurrency's market cap is holding at around over $2 trillion in this current moment. And that being Bitcoin holding the majority of that, over that $1 trillion. So Bitcoin should not have a problem recapturing 57 up to $58,000, as this is the perfect buying opportunity. I did shop a little more for some cryptocurrency earlier this morning when we were having a bit more of the harder correction. Keep in mind that further corrections are still possible, and that being for Dogecoin, we can drop back down to around 0.55 cents. So that still is the current trend line, as we are trading in 5 cents. 0.55 cents would be a really good support level for Dogecoin to fall back on if we were to have those further corrections. Hopefully we don't, because with the adding of Dogecoin on Crypto.com, that should help to keep the price of Dogecoin pretty stable, as a lot more people will be purchasing Dogecoin. Do diversify your portfolios into as many cryptocurrencies as you can afford to. There is a lot of projects who are doing really good things and are going to grow a lot from where they are currently. So I have mentioned before all of the cryptocurrencies that I'm holding, the main ones being Bitcoin, of course, Ethereum, Dogecoin. We love Dogecoin. I also hold VeChain. A lot more. Let me just go through just a few of them. This is not financial advice, but I just want to give you an idea of where I am diversified within the cryptocurrency markets. Algorand, Algo is a really good cryptocurrency that does give you staking rewards. You do have to keep those staking rewards in mind, as if your cryptocurrency is able to be on a staking platform, that does help you gain more passive income through cryptocurrency. So just for holding a certain amount of cryptocurrency, you will be getting rewards paid out to you in that same coin. So Algorand is one of the cryptocurrencies that I am staking. A few more of them are Tezos, as well as VeChain. I don't know if I mentioned VeChain, but yes, VeChain is another one of my fairly large holdings, as I did purchase VeChain at 7 cents, and it has held its price value around 10 cents. It is still at 10 cents. We did make it all the way up to nearly 12 cents for VeChain, so that's nearly a double. If VeChain can make it to 14 cents, I would basically be breaking even on my initial investment. So that would be really exciting to see how my diversification into other cryptocurrencies helps lay out my portfolio. Rather, my portfolios, because I do have more than one exchange that I purchased cryptocurrency on. Definitely don't keep your crypto on just one exchange. You want to at least have 2 to 3 exchanges to purchase and move your cryptocurrency around. If there's any problems with one of your platforms, or just if something happens, you definitely want to have that versatility to be able to move your cryptocurrency around. Having your private keys is another important aspect into taking control of your cryptocurrency. So do make sure that you can obtain your private keys through the platform that you are signing up with. So Bitcoin will be trying at 56,000. We are having a little bit of a rejection for Bitcoin right at 56,000. We might have a few miners selling off, but it's definitely not to the amount that we were recently experiencing for Bitcoin. So these sell-offs have been pretty slow. The price of Bitcoin has become really stable. We are not having as sharp of corrections as we used to have. Same thing with Dogecoin. The volatility, especially last night, was really interesting. I know we were trading around 0.55 up to 0.56, so it was really hard for Dogecoin to break free of that wedge. But when it did, Dogecoin flew all the way up to 0.66 cents. So Dogecoin having that volatility is really important, because that does show you that there's a lot of buying depth and buying pressure in the order books for Dogecoin. So it should be keeping that price moving. We should not be suppressed too much from larger wallets who hold a big amount of Dogecoin. As when the sell-offs happen for cryptocurrency, you get corrections, and I love when we have corrections. I know some people are scared and not really sure what's going on, as you're losing a slight amount from your investment if you bought in at a higher price. But the main point, if you're a crypto enthusiast, that is to just buy as much cryptocurrency of a particular coin or token that you are interested in. And just dollar cost averaging, no matter if you're buying closer to an all-time high or if you're buying at a lower value, that does ensure that you can stack upon your tokens and get as many tokens as you can, and lowering your average cost. So when the crypto token does go up in value, you have a lot more tokens at that, and you have a bigger return. So I have FOMO'd in on quite a few coins. I did mention it before. It's not good to FOMO in at these higher price values, as you can get stuck holding the bags at a lower price than you could have bought in at a lower price, getting more cryptocurrency at a cheaper value. Litecoin is doing really good. Litecoin is holding above $200, still trading at around $220. I'm happy that I held on to my Litecoin. I was thinking about letting it go, but I am still holding my Litecoin. I bought in Litecoin at around $130. So that was the perfect pickup for Litecoin, as we are just $100 over where I initially purchased it. Now, Bitcoin should be making its way up to 56,500, pushing up to 57,000. And we will hope to see Dogecoin at that support level of 0.62 cents. It's really important for Dogecoin to be trading above 6 cents. If we can keep trading at around 0.62 up to 0.65 cents, then that would mean that we have created a higher level of support right at 6 cents. But I do see that happening fairly soon, as April has definitely been a interesting month, more interesting than March, I believe. But Bitcoin holding above $50,000 in the month of February and March was really good news. But I do see a lot more adoption happening, not only within the month of April, but mainly in the month of May, as summer is going to begin, and the weather's warming up, people wanting to get out more, and a lot more people are going to hear about what cryptocurrency is. XRP was doing really nice. XRP made it up to $1.06 or $1.07, I believe, which is awesome, as we are still having the investigations and trials going on with the SEC. But I do think that's kind of like counteracted on itself, and the SEC going through with an investigation actually gave a lot more publicity to XRP, which is kind of funny. So as they're trying to bring it down by investigating it as a security or not, it actually gains price value. But you do kind of have your own kind of community. You have your own community within Dogecoin. You have your own community within XRP, and you definitely have your own community with the OG crypto buyers for Bitcoin. So people who have been in Bitcoin for years, since 2014 back to 2013, and they have held on to their Bitcoin all the way until now. So that will be something to experience if you can have those diamond hands ready, holding your cryptocurrency for at least 3 to 4 years from now. I do believe that Dogecoin will push through around $1, definitely over $1 within the next 3 to 4 years. As it does take time to get that money into the cryptocurrency market caps, but Dogecoin's market cap holding above $7 billion is key information showing that Dogecoin's market cap can trade up to $10 billion. If the market cap was holding at around $5 billion or below $5 billion, then Dogecoin would not be that much of a coin that would move up in price value. But we do still have Elon Musk, and having the support of a billionaire like Elon Musk is fairly important, as there are a lot of people staying tuned to what Elon Musk has to say. So Dogecoin is trying to push through 6 cents even. If Dogecoin can hold at 6 cents, 5 cents should be long gone within the next couple weeks. As we were trading forwards, 3 cents was not a level that we fell back to, as well as 0.45 cents up to 0.495 cents. I remember making my live streams just a couple weeks ago when Dogecoin was having a pretty hard time capturing 5 cents. So to see us blow through 5 cents like it's nothing, all the way up back to 6 cents, that is just 0.31 cents away from the all-time high. And most cryptocurrencies will act in a way of the same, or in the same way as Bitcoin, as when they can push through those all-time highs, it usually makes a even larger all-time high from where it initially was trading. So Dogecoin pushing through 9 cents. We will hope to see Dogecoin right at 10 cents. Those of you who purchased Dogecoin at 1 cent and below 1 cent, as myself, holding just until 10 cents is definitely a feat, but the returns just from 1 cent all the way up to 10 cents are exponential. So it's definitely something to look into for holding your cryptocurrency for as long as you can. All right, I will go over a little news. I did hear something about a large investment into mining rigs being set up. Yes, here's the story. A Bitcoin mining firm, Hut 8, files to raise nearly $400 million in Canada. It's Canada, but I just like to say Canada. So Canada is getting in on the crypto move. A short form prospectus dated April 7th indicates that the offering will take place on the Toronto Stock Exchange, where the firm's shares already trade. A decision document penned by the Ontario Securities Commission was issued on April 7th. So this is another large investment by very wealthy individuals buying into cryptocurrency, buying into the production of cryptocurrency. We do know that we want cleaner forms of creating those tokens. So using greener energy through wind or solar power does help for the CO2 emissions and pollution that does go about running all of that electricity. As we are nearly still dependent on fossil fuels, making that way into renewable energy will definitely help to grow the potential of cryptocurrency. Hut 8 would seek to raise the funds is perhaps surprising given the bullish activity around mining stocks. As shown in the chart below, miners have attracted interest from institutional investors seeking exposure to Bitcoin, and that heightened interest has resulted in elevated prices for mining hardware as well. So I did mention that before in my last videos. A few of my viewers were asking me if I mine cryptocurrency, and it's really not that difficult to mine cryptocurrency. You just need the whole mining rig with the graphics card and the whole setup and everything, but it is starting to get a lot more expensive. Just not only for the equipment, but just for running the equipment and keeping it running to a level that is good for producing cryptocurrency. That takes a lot of electricity. So not only do you have to think about the cost of purchasing the equipment, but it's also keeping it running and online with electricity. And I myself, being in California, the electricity prices are pretty through the roof, as well as taxes and everything. Everything above the sun is just too expensive in California. So hopefully California can get their act right and make things a bit more affordable for people to afford. So another large investment, $48 billion hedge fund Millennial Management had GBTC exposure. So that Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is getting a lot of exposure. We are still having those prospect ETFs trying to happen for Bitcoin. So when that does happen, it will be, or rather a lot more companies and institutions will be shifting into the world of cryptocurrency. This is just yet another form of mass adoption that we are experiencing. We're not just hearing about it as frequently because they are trying to get ahead of the game, and it is up to us to get ahead of the game, purchasing not only in the top 10, but trying to diversify your crypto portfolios into a wide array of different cryptocurrencies. Alright, so shares of GBTC have spent a majority of the last 6 weeks trading negative, so presenting a challenge to investors and funds that implemented the infamous arbitrage trade. It is notable that GBTC is still trading at a steep discount, despite attempts from Grayscale to get the shares back to trading at a premium. Grayscale has to abide by a 6-month lockup period before being able to trade their shares on the secondary market. So this is just more news upon these wealthy companies, wealthy institutions, allocating their assets into more and more cryptocurrency, not only it being in Bitcoin, but also Ethereum. Ethereum is having a correction below $2,000, but that is still okay as it is above the current support level of 1,950. So if Ethereum drops or starts to drop below 1950, then we can possibly have those further corrections. But above 1950, Ethereum should be holding around $2,000 fairly strong. As the eyes of Bitcoin have been dimmed ever so slightly, and alt season 2021 is definitely here. I know that is a trending topic on Twitter, alt season 2021, as there's just so many altcoins that have been gaining value since the start of this year, trading stagnant through the year and through the end of the year last year in 2020. Yeah, so Bitcoin was around, when I initially purchased, around $20,000, and below that was around $15,000 to $20,000. So I do look back and just try to remember how far I have come just from the last 5 to 6 months. The increases in price value that we have been experiencing, just it's unimaginable. I did not think that the cryptocurrency markets were going to exceed in value that quickly. But we have, and we are pushing through. Bitcoin still holding at $56,100. We would like to see Bitcoin hold around $56,500, recapturing $57,000. That would mean that Dogecoin is holding at 6 cents, but Dogecoin is still having a slight hard time in the waters, right above 0.595. Above 0.595, I do see Dogecoin still holding this current support level. We did kind of drop below that earlier this morning when we were having the correction, but it is okay if you are okay with holding your cryptocurrency and not so much trading it, trying to buy back in at a lower price. Just holding your cryptocurrency and dollar cost averaging when you have extra assets to invest into is the best way to go about it. So dollar cost averaging has never seemed to steer me in the wrong direction, as my holdings for Bitcoin increased by dollar cost averaging. So we are still waiting for the Coinbase IPO, I do believe that that will give a lot more light to cryptocurrency, being that it will be traded amongst regular stocks and securities. So having that Coinbase listing will be fairly important for the increases in markets within the cryptocurrencies. Okay, let me read this other article I was going over. It was fairly interesting, as it just seems that we're going not only from the United States to Canada to India, and now we have Ukraine. Ukraine's civil servants report owning 2.6 billion of Bitcoin. So we're just traveling all around the world, hearing about cryptocurrency, and this definitely signals that mass adoption is upon us. Mass adoption is happening. Mass adoption will be continuing, and we can only imagine where the price of Bitcoin will be trading by this time next year. I am still projecting for 100,000, in excess of 100,000 for Bitcoin, as that would just be double the current price value that we are currently trading. So, a Ukrainian government data report indicates that public officials, they're declared owning 46,351 BTC, with several whales among them. You are basically considered a whale if you hold one Bitcoin, because only a small fraction of people that are currently living on the earth with a net wealth or income, what have you, above $1 million or in excess of $1 million will try to be owning at least one Bitcoin. So those of you who do hold one Bitcoin, definitely try and hold on to it for as long as you can. Don't put it down. Don't put it as a down payment for a Tesla. I don't mean Tesla any offense, but it just wouldn't seem to be smart to put an appreciative asset for a down payment on a depreciative asset as a car, because once you drive it off the lot, it's worth less than you purchased your vehicle for. So do keep that in mind. If you are taking profits, it's never a bad thing to invest in yourself, but if you are taking profits, just be mindful to reinvest those profits into the right areas. Okay, so here we go back to Ukraine. The declarations came as property disclosure requirements imposed on public officials in Ukraine. More than 700,000 such officials made property declarations by March 31st, with 652 declaring that they own Bitcoin. Per Open Data Bot, this would average out to 71 Bitcoin, or about $3.9 million per public official that declared it. That was 3.9 million per public official. So quite a lot of revenue being traded around with Bitcoin. I know we all wish to go back to when Bitcoin was $1. We all wish to go back to when Bitcoin was $1,000. But making the right choices now, if you can see the parabolic moves that Bitcoin is making, it would not hurt to make your investment at $55,000 or $56,000. But we are not turning our back on other altcoins, as well as our lovely cryptocurrency we have, which is Dogecoin. So Dogecoin is having that mass adoption, as we do have a lot of wealthy individuals not only purchasing Bitcoin, but also purchasing Dogecoin, allocating their assets into the supposed meme coin Dogecoin. So if we have wealthier investors buying a Dogecoin, you can hope to see that Dogecoin will be at a very interesting level within the next few months. We do have to be fairly patient, extremely patient for the cryptocurrency markets, as when we have those corrections, it can put us in a wedge trading at a price value for quite a substantial amount of time. It can happen for 1 week up to 3 weeks. We can be stuck at an area of consolidation, not gaining value. That did happen for Dogecoin right below 5 cents, but as we push through 5 cents, I don't really see us coming back down to 4 cents. Anything is possible within the cryptocurrency markets, but Dogecoin at 4 cents is going to be a lot of selling pressure being liquidated within the market. So we are still holding for Dogecoin at 0.595, right at the support level above 0.59 cents. It is good that we are holding 0.595, as this is the perfect level to be trading for Dogecoin. We will have a lot more buying pressure stepping in, not only from the listing with crypto.com, but I do see a lot more exchanges trying to capitalize on the purchases made through Dogecoin. So if these bigger named exchanges will just list Dogecoin on their platforms, that will introduce Dogecoin to a lot more eager investors looking to diversify their portfolios. Now, Dogecoin at first was not seen to me as a long-term crypto hold, but as I was holding, or as I have been holding since 1 cent, it has kind of turned into a long-term hold for me, or if not a longer term hold than I was initially thinking about. So I was just hoping to hold Dogecoin for at least 6 months to a little over a year. But now I definitely have a longer outlook on where Dogecoin is going to go. So I might be keeping my Dogecoin, if not forever, for a very long time. As BlockFi as well, starting to introduce different kinds of cryptocurrencies that you can make interest on, that would be very beneficial to those who are interesting and just holding for long term. Engine is doing really good. The cryptocurrency with those smart contracts and gaming. So Engine is going to do a lot of really interesting things, as the gaming universe is definitely digital. So just incorporating digital assets within the already active gaming community, it's definitely going to coalesce in the right direction. So having cryptocurrencies with gaming systems, or the purchasing of games with cryptocurrency, that would help cryptocurrencies gain value. And do keep in mind, we are not just here for the gains on a cryptocurrency. I know we all advocate for Win Lambo and Win Mansion, but don't forget, or try not to forget, the main point of what cryptocurrency is doing and how cryptocurrency is going to change our financial systems. Not only our financial systems, but how our financial systems are governed. Taking control of your own finances is the best way to change the financial systems and broken fiat systems, and put a currency that enables the people, enables them to not only get out of poverty, but just hold their wealth and not have their assets depreciate. As we know, the dollar is breaking down. The US dollar has been in a downtrend for quite some time. So having or owning appreciative assets in the form of digital assets is a very smart way to go. We do have Solana doing really nice things, trading at $26. I actually do not own Solana, but well, I actually don't own it only because like it's just every time I look at it, it's just like running. It's up like 7 or 10% every time I'm thinking about buying Solana. But if Solana does have a nice correction down to around $21 or even $22, or let's just say $20, because I mean that's a really good pickup for Solana. If Solana can have a correction to $20, I definitely would pick up a few Solana. That is a cryptocurrency that is doing really good things. It has gained a lot in price value, and it has a lot of room for growth. Another one that I'm looking into as well, that I could have bought at $7. It was just there saying buy me at $7. We were having that real hard correction just like 2 weeks ago when we had that hard correction for Bitcoin back to 50,000. OMG, the OMG network, I believe it's called, was trading at $7, and I missed out on that purchase for OMG because OMG is at $10.44. If I had just listened to my instincts and bought as much cryptocurrency as I could when we were having the corrections, I would have set myself up for success, as that would have been a over $3 increase on each token that I would have purchased. Well, Dogecoin is trying at 6 cents. It's good to see that we are trying to push through the support level at 0.62 cents for Dogecoin. I do see us recapturing 0.62 cents, as that was a really interesting level where Dogecoin was being rejected at. So if it was being rejected and then reclaiming 6 cents, 0.62 would be the perfect level of consolidation for us to be holding for the next week to 2 weeks. Having those corrections back down to 6 cents even for Dogecoin. I actually did pick up some more Dogecoin. I FOMO'd in at around I think it was 0.592 down to 0.587. So I did pick up, I think I almost picked up like 1,000 more Dogecoin. I'm constantly investing more into Dogecoin as the time goes on, even at a higher price value, because eventually when Dogecoin makes it to 50 cents or $1, that would be investing $1,000 to buy 1,000 Dogecoin. So I do have the longer term outlook for my holdings in not only Dogecoin, but my cryptocurrency. So I'm constantly, whenever I can, dollar cost averaging, no matter what the price of the cryptocurrency is. As I just purchased Bitcoin as well earlier this morning at a cost around 57, or did we make it to 50? Yeah, we made it to 55. So I bought some more Bitcoin around 55,500. So you can never go wrong with continuously purchasing more cryptocurrency and holding for the long term, because you'll just be gaining on those tokens, having a very large amount to watch grow in price potential by gathering all of those tokens. So I do urge you, I cannot urge enough, not only to diversify into different tokens other than Bitcoin and Ethereum and Dogecoin, but we do love the overall market and movement of cryptocurrency. As I did have a really inspirational tweet that I made earlier. Let me see what it said here. I tweeted, "We are all a part of the most memorable moment in human history." And I truly do believe that this is going to be one of the most memorable moments in human history with cryptocurrency, as it will be completely changing not only the financial systems, but the governing systems in general. As we are taking control of our finances, we should be taking control of our own freedom and states. So I hope to be seeing that happen within the next couple years. Change does take time, but with change, you have to be patient as well. So we have learned patience through our diamond hands, and we will be learning that patience for a better tomorrow and a better world to be living in, thanks to cryptocurrency. Alright, Dogecoin trying to hold at 6 cents. We'll see if we have those further corrections back below 6 cents. But things are looking a lot stronger after the initial correction. We are still having that selling pressure, but the buying pressure just is a little more than that of the selling pressure. So you do have that evening out, keeping Dogecoin right at 6 cents. You do want to make your investments at as low of a price value of the coin that you're interested in. Another token that I might pick up some more of is Binance BNB, as Binance BNB was trading over $400. It pushed through its all-time high and just kept going up to $400. I know Binance BNB was having its consolidation at around $30 to $40. So all the way up to $400. Binance BNB, just because it's at this higher price level, it's kind of the same terminology that I use for Bitcoin. It's not necessarily the price of the coin that you're purchasing, but it is the projected growth of where it will be trading within the next few months. So it could happen to where Binance BNB trading at $381 currently could make it up to $500 to $600 for Binance BNB. I do see that happening, as Binance and Binance US are really interesting platforms to purchase your cryptocurrencies, as you do have your private keys on the platform Binance. I do have my Binance.us referral code if you were interested in opening an account, diversifying your platforms into Binance.us. So if you are interested, my referral code is in the description below. So Dogecoin is trying right at 6 cents, not having further corrections back down to that area of support that we have of 0.595 cents. $0.06 is the key level for Dogecoin. As we have our 6 cents, Dogecoin should be holding at 6 cents. It's funny how the world of English has those words with two meanings, but it is very interesting, not only the language of English, but the language of cryptocurrency. As it is in the world of numbers and trading, for some it does get a little complicated and confusing, but after a while it kind of just comes naturally. It's like learning a new language and studying it as much as you can. You don't necessarily have to watch charts all day. It does help to watch charts and find out those trend lines and areas of support. But just watching the cryptocurrency, seeing where it's trading around, does give you the idea of how cryptocurrency works. So Bitcoin is having a nice time at $56,300, pushing its way up to $56,500 as we are hoping for. But Bitcoin does move really fast, so once Bitcoin has these corrections, it can jump all the way back up to $58,000. That being the help from Michael Saylor and other big institutions. Purchasing more Bitcoin just seems like they cannot get enough, but you should definitely have that same mentality. If billionaires are buying cryptocurrency as if they can never get enough, the crypto bug definitely catches you, and you too start to seem as though you do not have enough cryptocurrency, continuing to purchase as much cryptocurrency as humanly possible. As that was my first move when I got totally taken by cryptocurrency. It took Bitcoin from $20,000 all the way up to $40,000 to completely convince me. I was completely convinced, as you can tell, when Bitcoin made 40,000, when it made 45,000, and we never saw $30,000 again. I was convinced that Bitcoin had a very nice run up from there. With projections of Bitcoin being up above $100,000, we have the higher projections of Bitcoin reaching $500,000. So just imagine the market cap of the of Bitcoin if it's $500,000. The numbers just it gets me confused sometimes as to how that is even possible. But after a while, it does seem possible. It seems possible that Bitcoin not only can make it to $100,000, but Bitcoin can make it to $200,000, $300,000. As time goes on and the mass adoption continues, putting all of that fiat currency into the perfect form of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and others will be making that a reality. Alright, Dogecoin still holding at 6 cents. Litecoin still holding at $220. Ethereum trying to push its way back up to $2,000, trading at $19.88. And Bitcoin holding at $56,300. I am still taken by Ethereum Classic. I'm not going to FOMO in on Ethereum Classic. I'm not too sure what's going on. But if Ethereum Classic does start to push through its all-time high of around $40 to $42, I might get slightly more interested into Ethereum Classic. I know I did paper hand Ethereum Classic. We all have our paper-handed moments, but it's just relearning the art of diamond hands. But I did have a paper-handed moment with Ethereum Classic, and I sold it at $12. So a little upset with myself, but that happens. That happens when you paper hand your cryptocurrency, and it just says bye-bye, and it keeps on going. So definitely diamond hand your cryptocurrency for as long as you possibly can. So we don't want to be FOMOing in on cryptocurrencies after you sell and it just keeps on running. You really want to sell a portion of it if you are considering liquidating a certain token. Then just sell a certain percentage of your cryptocurrency holdings. Don't sell all of it. Maybe sell like a 25 up to 50% and just let the other half ride. That is, it does seem to be a more smarter way of doing it if you are interested in liquidating your assets. Do keep in mind that Uncle Sam isn't too far behind you in stocking on those taxes. So if you are having huge capital gains, you do want to keep things correct and keep things going in the right direction for yourself in making those filings. Bitcoin Gold was actually a very interesting one that I did not really know why it was running up, but the forks of Bitcoin and the altcoins seem to be doing mighty fine, so I do not discourage any cryptocurrency in moving forward if it is trying to do so. But there are a lot of platforms that do not allow the purchasing of certain cryptocurrencies that are running up in value. So do be careful if you are interested in buying cryptocurrencies that are not listed on main exchanges. As if your cryptocurrency is listed on main exchanges, it will have a better outlook for its price increases than those cryptocurrencies which are not listed on these bigger named exchanges. But I'm not discouraging the diversification of cryptocurrencies. Just stay safe, as there are still a lot of pump and dumps that are going around out there. So you don't want to put thousands of dollars into this cryptocurrency and then it just sells off. So I'm sure you'd be pretty disappointed if you were purchasing these so-called gems of cryptocurrencies, but just do your research, do as much research as you can, making the right investment choices. Alright, Dogecoin trying to push through 6 cents, holding at 0.603 cents. We are hoping to see at least at 0.61, back up to 0.62 cents for that area of support. Last night was a very interesting moment before the correction. So when we did have the run-up, it was just so awesome to see that Dogecoin was having that volatility. I definitely do prefer volatile cryptocurrencies compared to those that are not as volatile, as you do get better entry points for its purchasing and better percentage returns because it can have a volatile move up. But not only Elon Musk, there are so many famous people that are starting to purchase cryptocurrency. There is Paris Hilton, who actually met with Max Kaiser. I believe it was back in 2018 or 2017. So if Paris Hilton purchased Bitcoin in 2017 or 2018, her already being quite wealthy, I'm sure she is even more wealthy in her assets than in 2017 and 2018. I have mentioned Max Kaiser and the Kaiser Report. They have been following Bitcoin. It seems as though since its conception, but just over 10 years, the Kaiser Report has been following the price actions and increases of Bitcoin. So if you're not familiar with the Kaiser Report, do check them out. I know Max Kaiser is a Bitcoin maximalist, he does not really believe in the projections for altcoins. I know there are Bitcoin maximalists, but I think that's really just a product of them buying Bitcoin when it was like $10 and below, and so they've held on to that Bitcoin ever since then. So they're just like, they have so much capital in cryptocurrency, you just don't believe in any other cryptocurrency. There's no reason to believe in any other cryptocurrency because you have seen hundreds of times of a percentage increase on your investment. There's literally no use into making investments into altcoins because you have Bitcoin. So I mean, what more could you possibly need if you have 50 to 100 Bitcoin? I definitely would agree to that to some point, but the access to altcoins and them being a lot more cheaper in price value, so able to hold 10 Litecoin or 5 Ethereum. Well, I know Ethereum is still at one Ethereum, $2,000 is a lot for a lot of people. So $2,000 for one Ethereum is pretty pricey. So they're going to go for tokens such as Dogecoin and Litecoin and these other smaller capped cryptocurrencies that will have a nice percentage increase. I'm definitely not a Bitcoin maximalist, as I do have over 20 cryptocurrencies, it seems like. But I love my portfolios. I love all of the projects that I'm currently holding. Polygon Matic is another one that I just upped my positions in at around 31 cents. So I did pick up some more Polygon as well. A lot of them being Ethereum tokens. With the growth of Ethereum, those other Ethereum tokens will be increasing with Ethereum. I do see Ethereum making around $2,500 up to $3,000. That should not be too much of a problem for Ethereum, as we were tapping $2,100. So that's just $900 away from $3,000. And Ethereum should be trading around that price value, if not by the end of this year, by this time next year. So as you can see, long-term projections are the way to go for your cryptocurrency. Dollar cost averaging, buying as much cryptocurrency as you can. So when the cryptocurrency increases in value, you have a nice percentage return. We will be seeing a lot more action for Dogecoin with the listing on crypto.com and when those other platforms start to list Dogecoin. Alright, I will be concluding the live stream for today. I will be coming back on a Friday. I do my live streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If I do miss a day of live streaming, I'm probably gone from home working. But I do try to come back as much as I can, giving you updates for the cryptocurrency markets every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So do stay tuned. If you are enjoying the content from Gracey209, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy your Thursday. I will be seeing you all on Friday. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see